What's up, everybody? I'm Hamcam from Doki-Doki Esports. Because playoffs is right around the corner, today we've got a few interviews from a few of the teams from the league talking about their experience and what they think is going to happen in playoffs. Tits handled all the interviews, so bear with the audio. It's not perfect. But anyways, without further ado, here are the interviews.
Alright, I'm here with the slash owner of Rockport, Ugly Colors. Say hello to everyone, Ugly.
Hey, hello, how's everyone going?
Alright, so you guys do have all the early games going into playoffs here. You guys did unfortunately come into a rough circumstance and end up going 3-11. Not much you guys could do about it, but you know, first week you guys have Sea Serpents, Orange or Die, and then Jag. How are you feeling about those games?
We feel pretty good about those games. We beat Orange or Die and Jag both in the last 3 weeks. So we have some confidence there. And then Sea Serpents beat us in 3 games where we had 3 emergency subs. I didn't play in that series. Our starting mid laner didn't play in that series. So we'll have our full roster back for them, and we're feeling pretty good about all 3 of those matches. That we have a good chance to take them. It's best of ones, which is always very difficult. I think as a team we really adapt well in a longer series.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have to make sure to really be on our game. And we're gonna play all 3 of the matches. I think we're the first 3 matches, so we're gonna have to make sure that if one of those games does go wrong, we bounce back, we recover, we kind of set that match aside and move forward. So,
Yeah,
but I think we're in a good place.
for sure. And you guys seem like definitely a team that has strong mental capacity where you're able to get through those bumps in the road, which is always really good for a team. Um, Especially where, granted, they're best ones, but you had those 3 games right in a row. So,
Yeah,
being able
I
to bounce
think
back
that
from that would be good.
yeah, I think that the makeup of our team is we're all kind of in our mid 20s, and or some of us are in our late 20s. So we're able to, whenever things go wrong, whenever we make bad plays, when we have bad games, we're able to kind of step back, kind of let each other know what we think should have
Mm-hmm.
gone differently, and move forward pretty well as a team.
That's good.
Just because we just think we just have a lot more maturity, we can handle those situations and circumstances well.
Good. Um, so, are you guys? Obviously, you're hoping you go 3-0, obviously, in the playing stage, right? I
Yep.
mean, every team hopes that. Um, if you go 3-0, you have max. And then, because no one else can go 3-0. So, you'll be the first playing seed you go against max.
Yep.
Out of max and vex, who would you, I don't want to say rather, but who would you rather face out of those teams?
Um,
Who do you think
I
you
would
match
rather
up better
face
against?
Max because
Max.
Max is the only team that's beat us, and I want to play the best team available. I want to play the team that we've struggled against so that we can get better as a team.
Mm-hmm.
When we played Max, we kind of went into the pick ban with a strategy. We banned out a few 2 mid laners in the first rotation, and then they didn't pick a mid, so we banned 2 more mid laners. So we tried to ban out their mid laner, and they got their top laner got to play Darius, his best champion. Their bot lane got to play Xayah Rakan, which is just a really safe bot lane. And we were really ahead in that game. We had a couple throws. They ended up winning the game. We go into game 2 like, look, we were so far ahead. Let's just do the same thing again, and pick ban, and we let them get the Darius top to Xayah Rakan bot again. And we just, I think we were very stubborn and very arrogant with that pick ban, and it hurt us. And so going into the next pick ban, we I think that we'll be a little bit more mindful of what's kind of the priority there. And my thing is if a team beats us, I want to face the best team possible, and we haven't gotten to play Vex yet, so I don't really know where they stand, but I would love to play Max. I think that would be a lot of fun.
All right. I know you swapped to the ADC role from mid, and your jungler swapped down to support. You guys had pretty good synergy at mid jungle, and now you guys have pretty good synergy at mid support or ADC support. What do you guys attribute that to?
Yeah, I mean, it's a decision we made as a team. ADC is my natural role. It's the role I've made the most in the past. I've been wanting to get back onto it, and we just went through some roster changes, and there was an opening down there. So I was like, hey, let's go. That sounds like it'll work. Me and Sean Bear played a couple of duo games that night. Support's actually his most played role also. And so things just went really well. We dominated solo queue, and so I was like, hey man, maybe there's something. And we have a really matching personality of what we want to do in lane, how we want to play the game, and so we just work really well together. And I think that we set the tone for the team based off of how bot lane's going. Our Dan in the top lane, he tends to play safe tank, and just let that lane go into just typical tank top lane, and Steven in mid lane, tends to play some safer mid lanes, and they just kind of farm the lane out and wait to see how things are going bot, and we like to play through that a lot. So it's been a really pleasant switch for us. It's gone really well. It's worked out, and I kind of really paying off for us.
Well, good. Glad you guys found your stride and what you guys think that you need to do to start to get ready for playoffs. I know you said that you guys have been scrimming a bunch and whatnot, so that's really good to hear. And again, good luck in playoffs, and really hope you guys can get through and give us some good sets.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, thanks for the interview, and good luck.
Awesome. Thanks, Judy.
All right, and I'm now here with Jags captain Neon Fire. Neon, how you doing today?
I'm good.
Good. You guys do have to run through the gauntlet essentially here, finishing 5-9, 5th place. So you will be playing against Rockport and Orange or Die. How do you think you guys are going to do in those two games?
I think Rockport's going to be interesting, especially with the new roster they have and everything. They look real strong, so I'll be prepping a lot to play against them. Orange, I haven't looked into a whole lot, but I feel like we'll do pretty well there, with there not being a lot of changes, and we'll be pretty well prepared to face them again.
Okay, good. So if you guys get out, if you had the choice, who would you rather play, Vex or Max? Those are your two options in the quarterfinals.
I think only because we played against them more, and I think I know their players better than I know Vex.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and then if you beat them, you'll probably be facing Sero. So that's a tough matchup for anyone.
Right.
How do you think you guys can fare there?
Well, Sero's just there's hard to find a weak link in them because they have star players, people that can pop off in every lane. So I'll just be trying to do my job.
A weak lane you can kind of punish.
Right. Mm-hmm. If anything, it just play around mid, I guess. Because if they do carry, usually it's through mid.
Yeah.
So keep him from... You can't really just shut him down, but you can at least keep him from popping off.
Right, you can at least contain him.
Yeah, exactly. Like people do against Faker in Korea.
Right. Might not kill him over and over, but not popping off.
Right. Yeah.
All right. How do you think the season went for you guys? Like, how are you feeling going into playoffs here?
I think the portion of it that we played, obviously, Jag had a few weeks where there was no team, so we had automatic losses. But I think once we got that roster going, we went. I think we were one game over 500 when we actually got the roster in.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't too bad, and that was with a bunch of people who had never played together before. So
right.
I think we're coming in stronger into playoffs than we were in regular season.
Have you guys been practicing during this off week or doing anything to get prepared?
Yeah, there's been practicing, mostly just 2, 3, 4 players. We haven't had a 5-man practice yet with not having a top lane until just today, but tomorrow and Friday we're scheduling a few scrims, so we'll get synced up.
Well, hopefully you guys can get on track here and ready for playoffs. It'd be fun to watch you guys make a deep run in the playoffs.
Yeah, I hope we can get there.
Right. Especially, doing the gauntlet, the Cinderella story.
Anything can happen there.
What do you think is going to be for you guys the biggest thing for you guys to get out of the playing stage and pass either Max or Vex? Like, what do you guys think you personally have to do?
I think we have to just get more consistency, find a style that has more success more often. Because as it is, we just play to the wind. Like whatever seems to be
Right.
working, we just do that. But it's not like we have a default play style that we always go to. Like if you look at most other teams, you can say, okay, this team plays around mid, this team plays around Baron really well. We don't
Yeah.
really have a go-to thing that we do. We'll just say, hey, maybe we should play around bot lane right now, maybe we should do this, but we don't have a consistency. So I think we need to establish that to be real contenders.
Right. Establish where your strong point is and kind of work
Right.
around that.
Uh-huh.
Well, hopefully in these next few days here, you guys can get that taken care of and really smoothed out, where you guys can make a good run here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thanks for stopping by and good luck in the playoffs. Look forward to watching you guys on Saturday and hopefully Sunday.
Thank you. We will do our best.
All right, thanks for stopping by. I'm here with Vex's captain, King D. How you doing today, King D?
Hello.
How's everything going? We're just going over the playoffs. You guys ended up finishing, what was it, 3rd seed?
Yeah, 3rd place.
Alright. So you do get a bye into the quarters. You'll be playing the 2nd seed coming out of the play-ins. Who are you kind of expecting to be facing?
Looking at the schedule, we definitely think that Rockport and Jag are going to get out of the 4. We're definitely hoping to play Rockport because for some reason we just don't match up well with Jag at all, and they always seem to beat us. So we figure we'll have a better chance against Rockport.
Okay. Nice. And then if you guys do come out of that, you'll be playing DOV in the semis. How you feel about that?
Last time we played DOV, we played really well against them, so I think that in that matchup we'll be feeling pretty confident. We haven't scrimmed them recently at all. Normally they're like our #1 scrim partners, but we know that if we do make it through the quarters, then that would be our semis matchup. We've known that for a long time, so
yeah,
we try to keep our stuff separate from them. We feel pretty confident about that.
Good. What did you guys end up finishing at here? Was it 9 and 5? Obviously, you guys pretty much did a complete 180 towards the later part of the season, so that was really good to watch. You guys have been looking absolutely phenomenal lately. So, what do you guys kind of attribute that to? Like, what is the key factor in turning everything around like that?
I think that the big thing for us has been finding a lineup that works. So we had of our starting lineup between Doodle, Jupiter, Vodka, me, and Boldor. I was the only one that didn't make any of the all-team lists, which is fine. But they're very good mechanical players, all of them, and we haven't lost with that lineup yet. We lost one series against Jag, but we didn't have Voldor, and that was really rough on me because he is, really easy to lane with and gets me through it into the team fighting stages. But
Yeah.
that's our key factor, I think. And as long as we have these 5 guys, I think we'll be able to make some noise.
I think having Jupiter in the jungle too is absolutely huge for you guys. Like, he's such a strong jungler. In my opinion, probably one of the best, if not the best jungler in the league, honestly.
Yeah, he definitely is better than the other junglers that we've had. But I think that he is pretty top focused, and that really helps us because me, Voldor, and Vodka, we can kind of hold our own, really.
Yeah.
And getting Doodle going has been really big for us. When he's a factor, we typically play a lot better.
Yeah, when Doodle pops off, he carries pretty hard. Even on tanks like Cho'Gath and stuff, I mean, we've seen him just absolutely carry games like none other on a Cho'Gath, which obviously isn't something that you see too often.
Yeah, we like to put him on those champions that have a lot of gank assistance. like Cho'Gath and Camille and stuff, because Jupiter's really able to get him going that way. So he definitely knows how to team fight with those champions, and that's what puts us over the other teams, I think.
Yeah, I don't expect you guys to be able to get the Zac or Cho'Gath, that you guys love to run up in that top side. If teams aren't banning that, I just pretty much call them insane at that point.
We haven't really been practicing any of that.
No, that's
because
good.
we know that it's gonna be target banned pretty hard. So we feel pretty confident without it. Justin's a great jungler. He doesn't necessarily need Zac to pop off, in my opinion.
Oh no, he's definitely done good on other champions.
Yeah, we've seen him do it on Trundle and some of the other champions that he's played so far, so it's no big deal.
Yeah, it was good to see, going to Chad, it was good to see him adapt into you guys' team quite well. I know you guys are fairly decent friends with him now, and you guys actually get along quite well all together. So that's always good to hear.
Yeah, I mean, he fits into our community pretty well. He's pretty toxic, so works out decently well. But he's been at a rock for us in the mid lane, really consistent. And I think that's the biggest thing, is we needed someone that was never going to feed, and 50% of the time he's going to pop off, and the other 50% of the time he's still going to be a factor.
Right.
So that's really big for us.
I mean, it's almost BDD-esque, as where he's not going to feed. He's not going to feed in the mid lane, and having that there is huge. Yeah,
and really, having him there, he plays so many champions that you can't target ban him at all. I mean, he's only played Vel'Koz once the whole time he's been with us, so people ban that, and it's fine because he plays so much other stuff. But
I mean, we've seen him pop off a million times on Fizz, and it's absolutely scary.
Yeah, I guess that's the new target ban, so we definitely are expecting to see, Zac and Cho and Fizz, but that leaves all the supports open, all the 80 carries open. It's not...
That leaves you your Xayah that we've seen you on pretty much every series.
Yeah, so basically what happened is Bitcoin said that he didn't want to peel for me anymore, and so I had to play this stupid safe champion. It's fine.
But, Xayah, yeah, sure, safe champion, but does so much damage still.
Exactly, and all the supports I play with are insane recons, so if we ever get that right now, it's really good for us.
It's fallen out of favor, looking at MSI. It's still in favor there. They're a patch behind, but in solo queue, it definitely fell out of favor. Peel supports are starting to come back, which I'm not a huge fan of.
It's not as good as it was, but if you don't have a jungler that can run Zeeks, then Rakan can get Zeeks, and that's an insane amount of damage that you have. So that's what really makes it good, in my opinion. Still. Because that item is just OP.
Oh yeah, no, the item's really good. On certain champions. I mean, don't go building it on Janna.
Right, exactly.
Alright, well, let's get a prediction from you. What are you guys predicting yourself to finish? Where do you see that realistically you're going to be?
I mean, I think that we're probably going to make it to the finals with Sorrow, and at that point, hopefully we're practice up, and we got a couple of cheese things that we've been practicing, on side accounts and stuff, so I think
pull
that
out the cheese
we're going
against the cheese team?
Yeah, Sorrow is the cheese team, and, they're all mechanically gifted, so I think we're going to have to almost, we're not going to be able to beat them in lanes, easy, so, we're coming up with these strategies for them, and hopefully we don't have to bust out too much in the quarters and the semis, but, we got to get to the finals first and foremost, but, yeah, we're definitely expecting Sorrow to plow through whoever they play, and, like they have all season.
Right. Well, good talk. Good luck to you guys. Really have always loved watching you guys. I mean, you're one of the first teams that came into the league. I can never remember who came in first. You or DOV. But really good to see you guys kind of grow throughout this whole season. And that's been really fun to watch. So I appreciate that. And thanks for the interview.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Alright, and I am now here with DOV's captain, Inubashiri. How you doing today, Inubashiri?
Oh, pretty good.
Good. Alright, well, you guys did finish second place overall with, what was your actual record here? 11-3,
It was
so definitely
12-3
respectable.
or 11-3, I think.
Yeah, 11-3, definitely respectable. Good record overall. That let you guys get a bye into the semis. So, you know, you have that 3-week break. What have you guys been doing in that time?
Well, since it was 3 weeks, we took a week. Well, you had the option if you wanted to play, you could play, but it was not mandatory for a week. Take a week off. I just personally took a week off myself. Didn't play any, and we just started this week fresh, working on new strategies, working on purposely putting ourselves in bad situations to just figure ways out. Just Yuki encourages us to go that extra mile to,
Yeah, no, that's good.
encounter the unknown.
Yeah, no, for sure. That having that week off can definitely be nice, just to kind of, you know, relax, get yourself put back together, and ready for the. You guys don't have much of a gauntlet, but the quote-unquote gauntlet ahead of you. So, what's most
Yeah,
likely scenario right now is you guys will probably be facing Vex.
Yeah, I think that's what we pretty much figured would happen.
Yeah, that requires them to win their semi-final match or their quarterfinals. And if they don't win, different things can happen from there on. But most people are predicting Vex to get through. How do you think you guys do in that match?
We personally scrimmed them quite a lot, and I think it was pretty even. We did kind of mess up pretty bad that last game we had. We just were kind of floating in space. But we addressed the issues. We went over the film a lot, and hopefully we're ready again to not do that again.
Right. Yeah, you guys definitely didn't look like yourself there for pretty much that whole week. Definitely not the DLB we're used to seeing.
It could have been a combination of just the longevity
yeah.
of playing a lot.
It's a long season.
It could have been any combination of things.
Oh yeah.
But we just went over the film, and we took several days off, and then we practiced pretty hard in boot camp to not let that happen again.
Towards the end of the season there, you guys, I mean, after that week, you guys went right back to full form, which is always great to see. You guys are always a fun team to watch. I mean, second place.
Thank you.
Always great. You guys been here for the entire time and never had any issues with you guys, so one of the teams that we really appreciate being here, so it's really nice to watch you guys and awesome to see you guys get second in the regular season.
Yeah, I think we either started a day ahead of Vex or maybe at the same time. I don't remember.
Yeah, you guys are right by each other, so clash of the first teams in most likely here to get into the finals. And if you do get in the finals, most people are predicting Cerro. How do you think you guys fare against them?
I like our chances better.
Yeah. Who do you think is the harder match for you guys, Vex or Cerro?
I mean, it'll be challenging. I'm not going to say we're going to steamroll them, but
Right.
in the end, you know, we can only influence our individual abilities. So.
Right. You only can control what happens on your side of the field and hope that you can do well. What do you think has been your guys' like biggest thing this season that you guys have really like done well to keep you guys getting these wins over and over again?
Just the overall synergy, I think. I mean, we would scrim against higher level plat and diamond teams just, you know, to purposely kind of get stomped and then kind of watch what they did to do to us, what, you know, so that we could repeat what they did to us.
Right. That's definitely a good strategy. If you can scrim higher level teams, see what they do and learn from it, it helps quite a bit.
Exactly.
That's good.
Because I can just, I mean, as the support, I just kind of see what they do, and I'm like, oh, I should be doing that.
For sure, yeah. You and as a support player, I mean, you know, coming from another support main, definitely like to play those passive champions. I mean, you're the best Jan in the league by far, and I would say you're the best Tom Kench as well. What is that a thing that you and Astro kind of decide on together, or before you were with him, is that something that you excelled on before?
I don't think I excelled at Tom Kench. He's kind of brainless point and click to me, but
you'd be surprised at some of the bad Tom Kench players out there.
Like, give me an example. I guess
not knowing when to eat your teammate as opposed to eating an enemy, stuff like that. Not using their ult.
I know when I first started, I kind of had a little bit of trouble with the range for his eat, so I purposely had to make sure I was close by.
Yeah,
that was just kind of a mental discipline to work on.
Yeah. And then, you know, we've seen your Janna gameplay plenty of times, and like I said, I've essentially seen you carry on that by keeping Ashley and your entire team completely healed, shielded, and peeled. I mean, it's Janna in a nutshell, but absolutely beautiful ults on her.
Yeah, I know you guys kind of don't like the, what is it, Guardian on her?
Yeah, the Guardian's kind of weird, but, you know, if that's what you feel works for you, that's what works for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I just always feel real squishy.
It is
with
Janna.
The other build.
Janna is definitely squishy.
Alright, well, the Guardian procs with the E, so it gives the haste and all that. So.
No, for sure. Is there anything that you want to say to the rest of the teams that are going to be looking to hopefully take you guys on in semis or anything like that?
What I would say to them?
Yeah.
We're going to bring our A game, and they better bring their A game. That's all I got to say.
Well, good deal.
And may the best person win.
Right? Yeah, we're excited. We're excited for playoffs. Should be a good one for sure. But thanks for stopping by here, and appreciate the talk, and good luck when we see you guys in semis. Still a couple weeks out, but excited to see it.
Yeah, and I guess good luck to all the other teams.
Alright. Well, thanks for stopping by, and have a good rest of your day.
Alright, you too.
Hello, I'm here with Cero's captain, Lufkus, or White, or I think he's called Cero Brown now, man of many names.
Many names, that's me.
The team, Cero did end up getting first for our regular season with a total record of 12-2. Definitive first, no ties, so they do get a bye into the semifinals, who they will be obviously playing one of the quarters. What are you expecting to see? Like, who are you guys expecting to play? Who are you guys really thinking?
Honestly, we this might sound weird, but we have like a throw-in bet right now of who we're gonna be facing.
Okay.
We have it between Rockport, Vex, and DOV.
Okay, well you're never gonna play Vex.
We're never gonna play. Well, I mean, we're never gonna. Why wouldn't we play Vex?
You could play Vex in the semis. Being that they got third, they'll never be the lowest seed coming out.
That is true. So, and we can't face DOV. So then Rockport.
No, you can face DOV.
Aren't they?
No, yeah, you can't face DOV.
Semis?
Never mind, yeah. So yeah, leaves Rockport.
Any
of the play-in teams or Max. Those are your possibilities.
Then yeah, the only other one that we voted for was Rockport.
Was Rockport? Okay. So you think Rockport would either beat Max or Vex? Who do you think they match up better there?
I believe that they match up better in the Vex, but that's just my personal opinion.
Okay.
I believe that even though Vex has looked super strong recently, that Rockport can take them down if they do match each other.
Sweet. Now, if you guys do play Rockport in the semis, Who are you expecting to win that? And give me a set total. What are you thinking?
In the semis versus us,
Yes.
I'm gonna say it's best of fives, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna say it's gonna go 3-1 in our favor.
Okay. And then who are you really expecting to see in the finals, assuming you make it there? Who do you think has the best shot?
The best shot would be DOV.
Think DOV can do it?
I believe that DOV can go back to their ways and they can show us that they really were the second place team.
All right. And what are you gonna predict that series to be? What are you predicting these finals if you're in it with DOV?
I am predicting the finals to be a pretty close one. I'm guessing it's a 3-2. Still in our favor.
Okay.
I'm pretty confident in our team.
I mean, you guys were number one for a
been
reason,
pretty
right?
dominant. Yeah, we've been pretty dominant throughout the season. If we're not monkeying around.
Right. I can agree with that. I don't know if it'll go all 5 games, but I can agree with it.
Yeah.
What have you guys been working on lately?
Honestly,
have you guys been practicing much?
We have not gotten a day of practice in because of all the things that are happening with all of us at the moment.
I know you've been moving, you've been
But
busy. Life has been busy.
have plenty of
Soccer has been busy. Like, it happens.
Soccer actually has not been busy.
Oh, he was doing
just been
his
lazy.
tests.
He's been lazy.
Dang, throwing shade at your own team. I wouldn't expect anything less than that from Saro, honestly.
Exactly.
What do you think has been like the strongest point on your team? Like your team yourself, what do you think was really able to get you guys to the first spot?
Good coordination. Honestly, we know how to play around the winning lanes that we have. We have pretty dominant laners when we have DFG and Life is Bad playing together. So we know how to play the aggressive style.
Yep.
That we love to play, and it usually pans out and works for us. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think pretty much the last question I'm gonna have for you is, what are we expecting to see coming out of the top lane? I know towards the end of the season you started throwing Crow in there. And he wasn't doing bad.
I can't exactly give that information out.
Okay.
Just yet. Of who we're going to be playing, because I don't know. We might have some surprises in store.
All right.
But we do have a definite plan.
Okay, good. You have a plan going into it. You know what you're going to be doing. That's good.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Well,
we 100% have a plan doing that.
That's good. I don't think I have too much else for you. I mean, you guys were dominant throughout pretty much the entire season. You guys have looked always really good, except for the 1 week you didn't have your players, which obviously you're going to look out of shape if you don't have your players. It's to be expected.
Yeah.
And then last week, you guys had already clinched first, so why not have some fun with it? Understandable. And those have been the only 2 sets you guys have dropped.
Exactly.
So looking pretty good here.
It was a really, really fun week for us. Even though we lost last week, we came in and said, let's just have fun.
Right.
And that's exactly what we did. We had fun. We might have lost, but you can have fun losing. Yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything you want to say to the other teams as they're looking to take you guys down?
Honestly, I don't know if this is BM or not, but good luck.
No, dude. You're wishing them luck. That's good.
Yeah, good luck. That's my one
right.
message to them.
Well, you heard it here first. He says good luck. Well, thank you, Soccer, for the interview. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Oh, wow, Soccer. Holy crap, White. I'm sorry.
I'm
always a pleasure to talk to you, White. Feels bad. But yeah, good interview. Nice. And again, looking forward to seeing you guys in 2 weeks, I think? You guys have a long wait period.
We do. That's why we're not very worried about the practicing at the moment.
You guys got time.
Exactly.
Well, all right. Thank you for stopping by, and good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you so much.